Welcome to USA Trending Update. I am Papu, and today we bring you an in-depth tennis news update focused on one of the most talked about rising names in the sport, Alex, as she prepares to compete in the Kooyong Classic and the ASB Classic, ahead of the Australian Open, a stretch of tournaments that could mark a defining chapter in her young but rapidly evolving professional career. Alex Eala's journey into this crucial phase of the season is being watched closely by fans, analysts, and insiders across the global tennis community. As the Australian summer approaches, anticipation continues to build around how the talented Filipina star will handle the intensity, expectations, and opportunity that come with competing on some of the sport's most visible stages. The Kooyong Classic and the ASB Classic are more than just warm-up events. They are proving ground stages where form is tested, confidence is forged, and narratives begin to take shape long before the first ball of the Australian Open is struck. Eala arrives at this moment carrying the weight of promise that has followed her since her junior days, where she made history and captured attention with her poise, tactical intelligence, and ability to rise in big moments. Transitioning from a decorated junior career into the unforgiving rhythm of the professional tour is never simple, but Eala's steady progression has shown that she is not merely adjusting, she is adapting and evolving. Each tournament, each match, and each set has contributed to a growing sense that she belongs on the stage, not as a novelty or a future prospect alone, but as a competitor capable of challenging established names. The decision to compete in the Kooyong Classic signals an important step in Eala's preparation. Traditionally known as an exhibition-style event with a rich history, Kooyong offers players a unique environment to sharpen their games under match conditions without the full pressure of ranking points on the line. For a player like Eala, this setting provides a valuable opportunity to acclimate to Australian conditions, including the pace of the courts, the climate, and the atmosphere that comes with playing in front of knowledgeable and passionate tennis crowds. These factors, often underestimated, can play a decisive role once the Australian Open begins. Observers have noted that Eala's game is particularly well suited to hard courts where her timing, footwork, and ability to redirect pace come into play. The Kooyong Classic allows her to test these strengths against a variety of playing styles, offering insights into what adjustments may be needed before stepping into the intensity of Grand Slam competition. It is also a chance for her coaching team to gather crucial data, fine-tuning strategy and match plans based on real-time performance rather than practice sessions alone. Following Kooyong, Eala's entry into the ASB Classic in Auckland further elevates the significance of this preparation period. Unlike exhibition events, the ASB Classic is a full-fledged professional tournament, one that has historically attracted a strong field and produced memorable matches. Competing there places Eala directly into the competitive grind of the tour, where each match demands mental resilience, physical endurance, and tactical clarity. The transition from Kooyong to Auckland mirrors the progression from rehearsal to performance, from preparation to execution. The ASB Classic has long been recognized as a key stop on the road to the Australian Open, offering players a final chance to gain momentum, confidence, and match toughness. For Eala, strong performances in Auckland could provide more than just wins. They could reinforce belief not only within her own camp but across the wider tennis world. Momentum in tennis is a powerful force, and arriving at a grand slam with positive results behind you can make a meaningful difference when facing the pressure of best-of-3 or best-of-5 set battles on the biggest courts. Eala's presence in these tournaments also highlights the growing impact of Southeast Asian representation in global tennis. As one of the most prominent players from the Philippines to emerge in recent years, she carries with her the hopes of a nation and a region eager to see itself reflected on the world stage. This added layer of expectation can be challenging, but it also serves as motivation. Eala has consistently spoken through her performances, showing composure beyond her years and an understanding of how to channel pressure into purpose. As she heads into the Australian swing, the technical aspects of Eala's game will be under close scrutiny. Her left-handed play offers natural advantages, particularly in cross-court exchanges and serve patterns that can disrupt opponents' rhythms. Her baseline consistency combined with an improving serve and net awareness suggests a player who is actively working to become more complete. The Kooyong Classic and ASB Classic provide ideal settings to experiment with these elements, testing variations and refining execution against diverse opponents. Another critical component of this period is physical conditioning. The Australian summer is notoriously demanding, with heat often playing a decisive role in matches. Managing energy, hydration, and recovery becomes just as important as shot selection. Eala's team has emphasized preparation in this area, understanding that durability over consecutive matches can be the difference between early exits and deep runs. These tournaments offer a controlled environment to assess how our body responds to match play under such conditions. Mentally, the stretch leading into the Australian Open can be a delicate balancing act. Players must remain focused without being too early, confident without becoming complacent. For a young player like Eala, navigating this balance is part of the learning curve. Each match at Kooyong and Auckland represents a lesson, an opportunity to build routines, manage nerves, and reinforce habits that will be essential once the stakes rise even higher in Melbourne. The attention surrounding Eala's participation also reflects a broader narrative in women's tennis, where emerging talents are continually reshaping the competitive landscape. The tour has seen a steady influx of young players unafraid to challenge established stars, bringing fresh energy and unpredictability. Eala fits squarely into this trend, representing a generation that grew up studying a wide range of playing styles and embracing a globalized approach to the sport. Her willingness to compete, learn, and adapt underscores why her progress is being tracked so closely. As fans look ahead to the Australian Open, questions naturally arise about what to expect from Eala when she steps onto the Grand Slam stage. While results will ultimately depend on draw, form, and circumstance, The significance of her preparation cannot be overstated. Competing in the Kooyong Classic and ASB Classic allows her to arrive in Melbourne not as an unknown quantity, but as a player who has tested herself, faced adversity, and gathered momentum. The support from fellow players and the tennis community has also been notable. Respect among competitors often grows through shared experiences on tour, and Eala's professionalism has earned her recognition beyond her results alone. Training alongside top players, exchanging insights and absorbing the culture of the tour all contribute to her development. These interactions, while rarely visible to fans, play a vital role in shaping a player's confidence and understanding of what it takes to succeed at the highest level. From a strategic perspective, the matches Eala plays in this lead-up period will offer clues about her evolving identity as a player. Will she look to assert herself early in points using her left-handed angles to take control, or will she focus on constructing rallies patiently, drawing errors, and waiting for openings? The answers may vary from match to match, but the process of exploration is itself valuable. Tennis careers are built not only on victories but on the willingness to refine and redefine one's game. The Kooyong Classic, with its unique blend of tradition and informality, also provides a reminder of the sport's heritage. Competing at a venue steeped in history can be inspiring for a young player, connecting the present with the past. For Eala, stepping onto those courts is a moment of acknowledgement, a recognition that she is now part of a continuum that includes generations of players who have used these events as stepping stones toward Grand Slam success. In Auckland, the atmosphere shifts, becoming more intense, more competitive. The ASB Classic crowd is known for its enthusiasm, and matches there often produce dramatic moments. Handling that environment is part of the test. How Eala responds to close sets, tie breaks, and pressure points will be closely watched, not just for the outcomes but for the manner in which she competes. Composure under pressure is one of the hallmarks of champions, and each opportunity to practice it is invaluable. Beyond the immediate results, Eala's participation in these tournaments contributes to her long-term trajectory. Rankings, experience, and confidence accumulate gradually, shaping the opportunities she will receive in future events. Every match adds to her professional resume, influencing seating, entries, and perceptions. In this sense, the Australian swing represents both a short-term challenge and a long-term investment in her career. Fans back home and around the world will be tuning in, following her progress with a mix of pride and anticipation. Social media buzz, media coverage, and fan discussions all reflect a growing awareness of her journey. Yet within the player's box and on the practice courts, the focus remains on fundamentals, routines, and incremental improvement. This grounded approach has been a defining feature of Eala's development, helping her navigate the spotlight without losing sight of the work required. As the countdown to the Australian Open continues, the narrative around Alexa is one of preparation, possibility, and purpose. Competing in the Kooyong Classic and ASB Classic is not simply about filling a schedule. It is about building readiness, testing resolve and embracing the challenge of the world's biggest tennis stage. Each forehand struck, each serve placed, and each match contested adds a chapter to a story that is still being written. The Australian Open has a reputation for producing breakthrough moments where young players announce themselves with fearless performances. While expectations must be tempered with realism, there is no denying that Eala enters this phase with momentum and ambition. The lessons learned in Kooyong and Auckland will travel with her to Melbourne, informing decisions and strengthening belief when the pressure peaks. In the broader context of the sport, Eala's journey underscores the increasingly global nature of tennis. Talent now emerges from every corner of the world, enriching the game with diverse styles and perspectives. Her presence in these tournaments is a testament to the pathways that have opened up and to the dedication required to seize them. It is also a reminder that the future of tennis is being shaped not only by established powerhouses but by determined individuals willing to challenge conventions and expectations. As we watch Alex Eala step onto the courts in the coming days, the focus will be on her performance but also on the growth that each match represents. Wins and losses alike will contribute to her understanding of herself as a competitor, refining the mindset and skills needed for sustained success. The Kooyong Classic and ASB Classic are chapters in a longer story, one that continues to unfold with each tournament entered and each challenge embraced. From Melbourne to Auckland and beyond, the road ahead is demanding, but it is also filled with opportunity. For Alex Eala, this Australian summer represents a convergence of preparation and possibility, a moment to test her game against the world and to continue carving out her place on the professional tour. As the tennis world watches, one thing is clear: her journey is far from over and the chapters ahead promise to be compelling. That is the latest on Alex Eala's preparations for the Australian Open as she competes in the Kooyong Classic and the ASB Classic, building momentum and experience on one of the sport's biggest stages. You're watching Trending Now USA, and I'm Bella, bringing you the stories shaping the world of tennis.